From introducing the possibility of a whole new 7-part TV series to bringing in a whole new cast with new plot holes to address, it seems like Warner Bros. Hasn't Wingardiumed its final Leviosa yet. Yes folks, this isn't a false alarm. All that hot goss about a new Harry Potter TV show isn't just baseless rumors. HBO Max is all geared up to officially confirm the news. Can y'all believe it? We're getting a brand new version of our beloved boy who lived and his whole ensemble. Safe to say, the online world has been rocked by the news. While some people are over the moon about their favorite childhood fantasy series being revived, others are a bit more skeptical about the people behind it. So how did this reboot ever come into being? Well, it all started as far back as January 2021. Yes, that early, believe it or not. We've been kept in the dark for way too long. Reports were coming in of HBO Max being engaged in meetings to find a writer for the potential reboot. Around that time, Warner Bros. Appointed Tom Ashim to merge the Wizarding World franchise, also making him the senior rep for all J.K. Rowling correspondence. Of course, then the whole Disney acquisition situation happened and Ashim left. But that didn't stop WBD CEO David Zaslav from continually stressing the importance of building upon the Harry Potter IP. His continued support of J.K. Rowling among her several controversies has also helped in keeping the franchise alive, with productions like Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Reunion and Harry Potter Hogwarts Tournament of Houses. The two have garnered massive success among the fan base. Most recently, the Hogwarts Legacy video game became a massive hit, only reinforcing the idea of an HP reboot further. Now, speculation about this alleged series had been going on like crazy. You know how the internet is. The rumor mill has been working overtime, and a lot of wacky theories have piled up. There isn't that much publicly known about the upcoming show. A known industry leaker revealed that a total recasting of the OG actors was definitely on the table. Come on, a whole new little Harry, Ron, and Hermione? We are seated and ready. It's only recent that a Bloomberg report divulged the structure of the series. It stated that all 7 Harry Potter novels will be adapted into separate seasons, with storylines corresponding to each of their plots. Do you get what that means, folks? We're gonna get entire episodes for scenes where we previously barely got 5 minutes of screen time. Nuances will be explored, subplots will be developed, and character arcs will be furnished, all under the nostalgic familiarity of our treasured childhood franchise. Ever since the last installment of the Harry Potter movies, The Deathly Hallows, wrapped up in 2011, fans have been highlighting plot points that they wished were developed further. From the outrage at the lack of cheeky poltergeist Peeves to the misrepresentation of Ginny Weasley, Potterheads have many opinions, and now they have a chance to get them all addressed. After all, the Wizarding World team has been pretty compliant with fan demands in the past. There's no reason they should stop now. You'd think then that most people are foaming at the mouth at this news. Unfortunately, a certain controversial personality closely attached to this franchise has put a damper on everyone's spirits. Okay, we'll ditch the theatrics. Let's get right to the elephant in the room.
Have a disguise.
Tell the truth.
Well, I once have used a disguise.
Was
Once
it
in my
effective?
life. It was effective. It's how I managed to buy my wedding dress. And I'm not going to tell you what it is just in case I need to use it ever again. But it did work.
J.K. Rowling's transphobia has made fans reluctant to support any works associated with her name. That isn't to say that people are slandering the Harry Potter books or picking at their faults. Hell no, they are way too much of a classic to do so. The fan base is still pretty strong, more than ever even. But, as the people who were obsessed with the book/movies are all adults now, they've chosen ways to support the material without supporting the author. You'll often come across Potterheads advising each other to buy secondhand copies of the famous books, or watch pirated versions of the movies online so that Miss Rowling doesn't reap the benefits of their entertainment. Clever, huh? And justified. After all, she hasn't shied away from spreading harmful opinions about the LGBTQ+ community over the years. Adding to the raging fire, she seems to pay no mind to the backlash either. All of this hoo-ha started where it usually does. You guessed it, the Bluebird app. In 2020, Rowling tweeted her opinion on what it means to be a woman, and let's just say her words were pretty offensive to the trans community. If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth, read her tweet, but the best-selling author didn't stop there. Of course she didn't. Soon after, she published a post on her website that read TERF Wars. TERF stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminists. At this point, we saw the stars of the Harry Potter franchise step up and give their official stance on the issue. Daniel Radcliffe was the first of a long line of celebs who all respectively expressed their support for the trans community. From then on, fans have been reluctant to engage with franchise productions outright. As recent reports have suggested, the author is going to be directly involved with the reboot, although the extent of her role isn't confirmed yet. According to the alleged deal, she'll be included in the creative side of things, but it's not likely that she'll be given the showrunner or primary creator title. This makes sense, as Rowling is the original creator of Harry Potter, and therefore her input is necessary. Transphobia aside, however, her not being given the limelight is probably due to the executives wanting a clean slate for their show to succeed. Can you even blame them though? Fans expressed their criticism of the upcoming series due to Rowling in various forms. While some took on an aggressive approach, another provided a more eloquent evaluation, commenting that she had destroyed everything special about Harry Potter, and that there was no universe in which they'd support a villain like her to get the recognition or money for her projects. Oh, that's as clear as it gets. These are just the sentiments of about half the fan base though. The other half is all pretty hyped up for this reboot. And don't get me wrong, I am too. It's not every day you come across news of one of the most successful fantasy franchises getting a remake. The possibilities are endless, starting with the casting. Two of the major actors from the original movies, Alan Rickman as Severus Snape and Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid, have unfortunately since passed away, so we're expecting new actors for their roles. And it would also make sense to have the main cast of the students of Hogwarts be recast, as the series is going to start from the very first book. 12-year-old Harry is going to grace our screens once again, people, but will he manage to play the part as well as our trusted old Radcliffe? Then there's the matter of certain voice actors, like in the case of Toby Jones as Dobby the House Elf and Simon McBurney as Creature. They might be called back to provide a spot of nostalgia. All things considered, the prospect of a new Harry Potter TV show isn't the most surprising. The OG movies grossed over $1 billion, and new projects like Fantastic Beasts, etc. kept the Wizarding World franchise alive. We're just hoping this series meets the humongous expectations that it's up against. You don't want to mess with the Harry Potter fanbase, Warner Bros. That's all on the confirmed Harry Potter TV series.